Allie Zendrian, founder of AtoZ Communications, and this is the Brand Stories podcast. This is where we discuss everything from public relations, marketing, and everything in between. This week we have the AGC's Haley Marx, who manages their community. I was particularly curious about how she's built that community and helps maintain it. Basically, she gave the playbook for doing so. So you have really been the engine behind the AGC community, which is part of Wealthtender. And I think community building is going to be so huge in marketing and whatnot moving forward. So thank you for sharing your insights with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. To get started, what is your favorite brand and why?
So this might be one that hopefully no one has picked yet, but a big brand. I think Nike's branding is so strong. I mean, even without the iconic Nike swoosh, you could easily clock a Nike commercial just by the emotion that's in all of their communications and all of their marketing efforts. It's really about heroism and confidence and believing in yourself. And it really helps the audience feel that confidence and aspire for greatness. I think even if you don't really like their products, their marketing is excellent and really hits the mark for that.
Yeah, I totally agree there. So with the AGC, how did you go about helping to create that community?
So I was brought on by Taylor Schulte and Justin Castelli in about the beginning of 2024. I went full time and they started in 2019. So I helped maintain, since then, the original community manager was Mallory Klaus, who's really excellent. And they had built such an incredible community of 180 now financial advisors that are coming for support, for connection, for growth. And the way I maintain and head is really to identify opportunities for them to connect with each other, to get more education in a certain topic, to source resources that might be helpful for them, and really create an environment that can cultivate some sort of collaboration and community, really.
Well, when you look at your day-to-day, so if someone wants to dissect this and say, you know what, I'm going to build myself a community, how do you even wrap your head around what you're supposed to do?
It's a lot of different things. I say you wear a lot of hats. You do, of course, a lot of administrative work, but you also have a lot of creative work, and it's a lot of working with people. So for someone that wants to create a community, if you're very good with people, if you're a people person and you genuinely want to help people and see people succeed, community management is probably a good route to take. You are connecting folks. You're doing a lot of one-on-one interactions. Let's say for myself, I meet with people one-on-one pretty frequently, and I figure out areas in their practice that they might want to improve, potential obstacles or challenges they see coming up for their firm in the next year that they might need help with, areas of their marketing that they handle right now, how they get their clients. And all of this really helps me curate an experience for them, helps me connect with them, with other people, or with guest speaker sessions that might be helpful and impactful for them to make improvements or find more success in different areas. And that at the ground level is really the heart of being a community manager, is wanting to help people. And then the other things on top of that are, of course, admin work. You're booking guest speakers, or managing inside of the community. You're helping people whenever they have issues. You're doing all the creative things. You're probably handling a lot of the marketing. It's a very fun job if you like to wear many hats.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's a heck of a lot of hats.
And all fun, too. All things that are good passion projects, too.
Good. How often do you meet with members? Do you try to schedule out look, I have to make it around to all, so I guess every day for half the year I'll just do that, or how does that work?
I meet with a good handful of members every week, and I'll meet with them to chat about, especially our new members. I meet with them very frequently in the first month or so. Like, we probably meet 2 or 3 times to chat about what they want to do in the community and why they joined the AGC. And then members that have been around for a while, I'll meet with them if they want to chat through getting engaged again. Maybe they had a bunch of surge meetings. These are advisors, so they definitely get swamped during tax season and maybe want to reconnect and figure out what's going on in the AGC. Or I'll meet with them if they have ideas about member-led events that we host, or if they want to chat through something, an idea they had for a project, or we connect to just talk about their firm and what's going on for the future of their firm, and just catch up, really, because I will say that I feel friends with the members. I don't just feel like it's like a professional relationship. So I do like to just catch up with them and see what's going on in their lives.
Absolutely. And that's great that you've built that kind of connection, because you're right. I could imagine just the cursory, oh yeah, how can I help you? Whatever. It only gets you so far, but when you genuinely give a darn You go miles and miles.
Exactly. Actually having personally wanting to see them all win really helps make the job so fun, because one of my favorite aspects of the job is I have new members come in, they'll talk about how they foresee the next year. And I'll have a lot of people be like, look, I really need to grow. I need to scale my company. I have no idea what I'm doing with X, Y, and Z. I don't know how to do marketing for this. I would love to connect with someone, or I'd love to connect with someone that has experience in succession planning or something of the sort. And my favorite thing is, as they're telling me this, I can think of all of the ways that I can, resources to connect them with or people to introduce them to that will help them handle that obstacle and that challenge, and really wanting to see them win. And then in months' time, watching them succeed on LinkedIn or in the community posting about how they've overcome some sort of challenge like that.
Very nice. So for anybody who might not be aware, how would you define the AGC community and what makes a suitable member?
The AGC it stands for Advisors Growing as a Community, and it is a community of about 180 financial advisors, give or take. All of those are very forward-thinking, growth-centered financial advisors that are coming together to grow and succeed in their practice, and grow professionally and personally. We will have educational opportunities within the AGC, guest speaker events. We'll bring in some pretty high caliber finance industry experts. We'll have member-led events where members will sit down with, the rest of the community, and they'll talk about what they're doing in their practice to be successful. So they might even go through the exact scripts they use to ask for testimonials from clients. They'll go through their CRM tool to show what workflows they're using, or, project management tools to show how they're being impactful in their project management ways. And it will also do smaller groups where, for folks that want to go even deeper and build deeper relationships with other advisors, they can do mastermind sessions with 4 or 5 folks, special interest groups with a little bit more, and they can talk about tools they're using and things like that, or a one-on-one matching program where we have the match every month and they meet a new other member and get to know each other. And it's a really great way for people to go beyond just the traditional community, but have more of those intimate connections as well. And it's been really excellent for these advisors to have a community of people to lean on when they need help with something in their practice, something with clients, or even something personally.
Yeah. So I loved a lot of what you said, but among the things that really struck me was having that new connection once a month. Because I can imagine with communities, you sort of get comfortable with who you get comfortable with, and then that's sort of all that you utilize versus, hey, so-and-so over here who I never would have had a reason to talk to, didn't know that you exist. Now all of a sudden you're on my radar and we're besties.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a really impactful way for folks to meet each other beyond their typical, like you said, their typical group. In our community, we do have such a wide range of people from different experience levels. Maybe they've been in the advising world for 5 years, some people 45 plus years. A lot of folks serve different demographics. They have different types of firms, different firm setups, some solopreneurs, some not. And having the one-on-one connections helps them learn from someone that might be in a totally different ballpark than them, but has so much new information to provide and so much different advice and experience that they can help out with. So that one-on-one matching really helps to share more of that knowledge wealth in a much easy way.
Yeah. So I take it within the AGC, you probably also have like cross-generational people. So how have you seen them learning from each other in this community?
I love this question. So what's really great about seeing these interactions is, so there's a lot of the younger generation I've noticed, I won't say all, but a lot of them do a lot of marketing for themselves, or at least lay a very large hand in their marketing efforts. And maybe some of the more experienced advisors that have been around for a little bit longer don't handle that much of theirs, or, they've worked so long on being like referral based. They've had the same clients for years and years, and now they're exploring marketing. And our newer advisors, younger advisors can really help shine a light on what's been impactful for them, and also not just impactful, but what's simple to implement and easy to do, because you don't want people spinning their wheels doing marketing that's not going anywhere, or making content and what's the point? Yeah. So it's really helpful for all of that knowledge to be shared to folks that might have a hard time otherwise finding it. And then on the other hand, I think that the more experienced advisors, they are so excellent at building really strong client relationships. And it's really obvious in how long they keep their clients. They are really great at fostering a super healthy, communicative, open, honest relationship with their clients. And I think that that's really helpful for, the younger generation of advisors to hear how they're doing it and how they can, get these clients now and then keep them for years and years until, both advisor and client are retired.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's the key to everybody's success. So heck yeah. As far as creating a community, so if an advisor or anybody's listening to this and they're saying, but you know what, I'm nobody special. How could I build a community around me or what I'm doing? How would you encourage them that maybe they can?
That's a good question. And I would say if you have something that you believe in, if you have looked at your industry or your profession and you've really identified a problem area that you think resonates with a lot of people, go for it. Because the one thing that I can really see in community management is if you think that you have a problem, I can guarantee there's so many more people in your industry or profession that have the same exact problem as you. And maybe it's just not that talked about. And I mean, that's kind of one of the things that spurred the AGC was that it felt like there could be more knowledge sharing and there could be opportunities for advisors to have a more supportive network and not to have it feel like competition, but have it be like an honest place where people can get help for things that would be hard to find online otherwise, especially like solopreneurs. And it turned out a lot of other advisors agreed, and that's why the AGC can be the AGC and thrive the way it is now. So for anyone else that thinks that they might not get success building a community, I can pretty well assure if you're having a problem in your profession or your industry, other people are. Do some work, do some education, try to do some digging to find out where they are, where they're at on LinkedIn, connect with them and see what can happen, because it truly is magical to build a community for folks that are like-minded and can and grow together.
Absolutely. For anybody who's thinking about this and saying, okay, well, what's that first step to build a community? Is it I have to write a newsletter, whatever amount of time, a month, a week, or whatever? Do I start a podcast? Do I just tell all these people, like, hey, let's have a Zoom meeting on Friday at whatever time? What's the first step? Is there a logical first step, or does it just depend on people's preferences?
I would say, and this probably comes from, I'm all about the research. I've always been this way, but I think that it is being passionate about wanting to help people and passionate about how you help people. I think excellent branding comes from that. And in that vein, learning about the people that you want to help, learning what they want, what they're scared about, what opportunities they might be missing, really how you can help them. That builds an incredible foundation for even where to start. I think that before you can even think about a channel to go into, do a lot of digging on where you even should position yourself. And that requires to do a lot of research on the person that you want to help. So dive deep, get really ingrained, talk to people, reach out on LinkedIn, figure out how a community, starting a brand in that way would really benefit them and what the setup would look like. And then you can start building towards marketing.
Well, thank you so much for all this. Everybody, she basically gave you the playbook, so just listen and figure it out. But thank you so much, and continued success to you and to the AGC.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun. And I look forward to seeing maybe more communities pop up.
Fingers crossed. And if you do it and it's because of Haley, please tell her, because she deserves the kudos. Everybody deserves their flowers. Thank you.